Welcome to the Sunday edition of the world-famous Jiggy Jag Experience. We are live each and every Sunday, 2 to 4 Central, 3 to 5 Eastern, and 12 to 2 Pacific, 24/7 at jiggyjaguar.net. We've got videos up there. Yesterday we did a fantastic impromptu show with Romy Lee and comedian Doug Cheatham when they were in town for a gigantic comedy presentation out there at the Double Barrel Grill. We also talked with Summer of Solace from Wichita, Kansas. They, of course, were at 14 North yesterday night. Today we've got a great in-studio guest, and we're going to talk to them here in a few moments. And also, we are going to bring up Heather Wagenhals on the old Skype-a-rooney here in a few moments as well. And I don't know where our co-host is for today. The door is open. We don't know where the hell they are, but maybe Israel will find his way in. This is the second week in a row that Israel has gone missing. We may have to put his face on some milk cartons at some point if this keeps up. However, thanks for joining us here on Ustream as well as kjagradio.com and Radio Xenu. Check us out at radioxenu.com. And our good friends over there at K-Rocks Radio in Casper, Wyoming, they're doing some amazing stuff with us today. They are, I believe, carrying us live today on 92.3 FM and AM 1670. Also our good friends in North Carolina as well. KFRK in Denver, Colorado, listening to us each and every week as well. And Sports Radio 101 The Puck in Denver, Colorado. Got a lot of good stations that carry our program, AM, FM, and internet, as well as our friends on the podcast side of things. And also we want to thank our friends in, I believe, Tampa started with us this week, and a few other places out there in Florida carrying us on the good old AM, FM radio. But we're going to get Heather Wagenhals here in a few moments. She is very eager. She was talking to me during the, she had to call earlier, and now I can't seem to pull her up on Skype, of course. She was, she was eager to get in here, and I don't see her. She's nowhere to be found. She's not picking up the horn either, so I don't know. Or there she is, maybe.
Can you get me?
Hopefully. There you are. Look at that. Fantastic. You know what the hell to do on Skype, which is always good because we have a lot of guests who have no freaking clue what the hell they're doing on Skype.
I'm pretty good at it, but we've been moving, so I'm kind of like in between my office. I'm actually sitting in my home theater because it was the quietest, soundproof place I could be right now.
Your home theater. That is fantastic. Look at that. I like the background and everything. We're getting her set up here on Skype so everybody can see her and getting things ready to go. If you want to get a hold of us on the internet, it's jiggyjaguar.net as we're broadcasting the Sunday radio show today. And we do Skype with our great guests each and every week. We also have a fabulous in-studio musician today. And before we were getting ready to come on the air here, I was listening to the sound check and everything, and that is going to be fun later on today when we put him on the line. Now, Heather, let's talk a little bit about what you've been up to. We've had you on the Daily Show before. Tell us about what's going on with you, my friend.
Well, we're just making the dream happen for folks. You know, we do the Unlock Your Wealth radio program, and that's where people go to learn how to get their money mind right, so their wealth and happiness will follow. Because, as you know, we already know to spend less and save more, but we don't. And the reason why is because discipline is a conscious activity, but behavior is subconscious. So on the show, we work to teach people how to control and identify their behaviors with regard to money and work to correct them and reprogram themselves for success. Because on my show, I had Larry Winget, and Larry Winget said that it's not that we get rich, it's that we stop doing what keeps us poor. So that's what we learn how to do on this radio show. And we're almost ready for the book. We got a couple delays, but we're in our second round of edits now, so we should be ready with that book, the Cracking Your Money Code book, which takes all of the different concepts that we teach on the radio program and puts it on paper so you have a concrete record of it, so you don't just have to listen to it and then wait till next week or the next season when we go through those keys again. So you had the opportunity to get the keys to riches all in one book.
Heather Wagenhall is with us today here on the Jiggy Jaguar Experience. We are going to be chatting with our in-studio musician a little bit later. We're also going to be talking to Ryan at the Cotillion Ballroom about all the different things going on out there. And maybe, just maybe, we might be able to squeeze a call in with our crazy Labette Larry out there in Labette County, Kansas. Him and his constant fight with the Amish, and we will we'll talk to him a little bit later.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yes, he is. He's not a fan of the Amish for whatever reason, and I don't really know why, because I don't think the Amish has ever done anything to him. But he's kind of a kook, and that's why we have him on the show. Heather Wagenhals is an etiquette, goodness, personal finance expert, host of Unlock Your Wealth Radio, and author of Yes You Can and Bushido Business, which has nothing to do, I believe, with martial arts. I think it's just a cool title, isn't it? Just a cool title of the book.
When I participated in that book project, I took the Bushido Code, the Warriors Code, which are the samurai.
Yes.
And we created a personal finance secrets for professional success chapter based on the Bushido Code. So it's not just a cool title, it actually has meaning.
Now, if you're watching us on Ustream, you will notice that we still don't have a co-host yet. I've got the door open. Israel has not shown up, and don't know where he is. But we've got, like I said, we've got our in-studio musician. We've also got Heather Wagenhals, and lots and lots of stuff going on today. Heather, let's talk etiquette and the rich. Two things that I don't have etiquette, and I'm not rich. So that's why we've got you on this show today to talk about this.
Absolutely, I can help you.
Now, why do you think that there is a false stereotype of wealthy people in America?
Well, there is a false stereotype of wealthy people in America. Part of the stigma that individuals have when it comes to money, and one of the limiting beliefs that they have when they're impoverished is that, rich people, they're just so rude and they just don't have time for people. And it is a big misconception because, the wealthy make it a point. Now, granted, there are rude people everywhere you go. Any walk of life, it's not particular to a particular race or a religious belief or some sort of credo or organization. If you're rude, you're rude. It doesn't matter whether or not you have money. But the stigma that's associated is often misinterpreted. And one of the things, because we do brain-based financial literacy, is when you set up a stigma in the mind, so if you think, rich people are rude, you're automatically going to start judging people based on maybe they have designer clothes on or stuff like that. And then you're going to start putting things upon people that may or may not be there. Now, like I said, taking away the fact that there are, bad apples in every barrel, it's a big misconception, because one of the things to be involved in what they call polite society is to be appropriate. But one of the things that most people don't realize is that manners can actually help us become wealthy.
Really? Okay, break that down a little bit more for me.
In my Keys to Riches series that we do each and every week, we have a key called No Seasonal Exceptions.
Okay.
And this key is we get this key after we do break the budget. And we break our budget because budgets are inherently bad. It automatically means sacrificing or giving something up or abstaining for something. And we know, just like dieting, that doesn't work, because if you walk past that chocolate cake, at some point, your behavior is going to kick in and override your discipline conscious activity to the subconscious, and it's going to just chow down that whole cake, as opposed to maybe having a little bite here and there. So we do a healthy savings and spending plan instead. And then our follow-up key is No Seasonal Exceptions. And the whole purpose of this key is to stay focused on our finances. And special events happen: birthdays, quinceañeras, babies are born, funerals, all sorts of things happen to us. And these are events that we want to commemorate. But we can actually use the rules of etiquette to help us stay on our financial path and also be able to give appropriately. And that's kind of the key, because no person is going to expect you to give more than you can.
Yeah.
And if all you can give is a card, people just want to be recognized, in the giving and receiving world. And to go overboard, especially like, 1-year-olds, this is the thing that really crushes a lot of families, is they rent ponies and jumpy jack things, and they go nuts inviting all of their friends to have a party for a 1-year-old that's not even going to remember it. And they spend thousands of dollars, and they usually go into debt doing this because they're trying to compete with somebody else's first birthday party. Or, oh, when I went to so-and-so's birthday party, they had this, this, and this. And so it gets to be a contest of outdoing one another. And that just doesn't have to happen. And, and the rules of polite society would say you would never give beyond your means. Yeah. And the reason why it seems like rich people give extravagantly is just because they can afford to. It's not because they're giving outside of their means. Yeah. They just have more means. And so we can take and learn that lesson from the wealthy and say, you know what, I can give appropriately. Because giving is about the giver, not the recipient. Yes. And they just want to be recognized and validated for their gift. Thank you so very much for that. I appreciate that you feel that strongly about me, that you'd want to give me that gift. A thank you is all you need. And we have a particular philosophy here. It's called our card up philosophy. And so when someone gives or receives, think about this in terms of, I'm going to start with a card and then see if this particular person or event requires maybe a little bit more than that. And then you can judge accordingly. But always start with a card, and you'll never go wrong. You'll always be appropriate, and you'll keep your finances intact.
Heather Wagenhall's with us today here on the program. Etiquette and the Rich. She's an expert in personal finance and wealth building techniques. She's also the host of Unlock Your Wealth Radio. She's also a celebrated columnist. And how do you get to be a celebrated columnist? I love that line in all your press kits.
When other people write about your writing.
Ah, okay. I've always thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Whenever I read your bio, it always says celebrated columnist, and I'm like,
I know, and it was
damn it.
It was
I want to be a celebrated columnist.
I used to write a society and etiquette column.
Okay.
And I used to be written about by other papers saying how much I had written or what I was doing for the community, because I was writing my society column in a different way. And it's kind of funny because I grew up poor, and I grew up on the west side of town here in Phoenix. And so west side, you got gang signs and all of that.
Wow.
But,
I did not know that Heather Wagenhall's was an OG.
I needed to learn how they were, so I studied etiquette and manners so I could assimilate into that society pretty easily. But when I wrote my column, I made it a point to not just recognize the blue bloods and the people that belonged in boldface type, but I wrote about the volunteers, the people in the trenches that were doing the work from these charitable and nonprofit organizations. And I was championed for my efforts. And I was one of the most prolific society writers that we had here in Phoenix. I mean, I was probably writing about, 4 to 6 events a week, because Phoenix is one of the top 5 philanthropic cities of America.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's Heather Wagenhall's with us today here on the broadcast. Etiquette and the Rich. What does etiquette have to do with money management?
Well, precisely what I just shared with you before.
Yeah.
One of the things we forget about giving and receiving is that giving is about the giver. And in order to be a gracious giver, you must be a gracious recipient. And part of the reason why some people just do so much for some people, you probably know that person, they would give you the shirt off of their back, but try to return that favor or try to reward those people. And they're like, oh, no. And then they wonder why they have nothing. I do so much for so many people and nobody ever does anything for me. But when folks try to reciprocate or to do good by someone else, they actually shun that attention. And they go, oh, no, not me. But what we forget is that, we are all connected. We're electrochemical beings in a universe that's connected by space and time and electricity. And so it sounds a little out there and existential for some folks, but karma does go around. The universal energy does go around. And when you stop receiving, you stop that energetic flow. So it doesn't matter how much you're giving. okay? What
Okay.
matters is the fact that you're not allowing your grace to come back to you. And that's what's so important, because wealth comes in many ways. And we forget that. You know, a warm compliment is a gift. You know,
Yeah.
if you said, Heather, you look great today. That's a gift from you. And I should appreciate that. And I should take that and say, you know what? Thanks, Jiggy. I appreciate that. And I'm so glad you think that way. That's all. You know, some people would say, oh, no. Oh, my hair's a mess. I've been moving all day. No. All we need to do is be gracious. And those simple gifts, by being able to accept simple things like compliments, allow us to open up for that abundance that everybody talks about that comes in the universe. But it just starts with something small, by being a gracious recipient.
Heather Wagenhall's with us today here on the program, Etiquette and the Rich. She's the author of Yes You Can and Bushido Business, and she's on the old Skype-a-rooney with us today. We've got a great in-studio musician that we'll get to here in a few moments. Also still to come today, we'll talk to Ryan from the Cotillion and some other things. So who knows? Just hang out. No Israel today so far. I think we're going to just have to start putting his face on a milk carton. We're getting a phone call. Who is this phone call? Hold on, we have to go to the phones. I apologize, Heather. I don't know who that. Oh, it's not Israel. I can guarantee you that. It's Sir Jeeves, the first knight of the Empire, on the phone. What's up, sir? He hung up. Great.
A man of few words.
Man of few words. Thank you, Heather. Heather, as we wrap up here with you, how can someone practice good etiquette and also properly manage their money at the same time?
Well, the first thing they can do is start listening to the radio program, and we've got a ton of archives, and that's available at unlockyourwealthradio.com. And you just have to remember that it is okay to receive, and second, when we do give, we can give appropriately, because those that are going to be on the receiving end are not expecting you to go broke just to make them feel special.
Yeah. Well, it's fantastic stuff, and Heather, I appreciate you being with us today. Thanks for coming on the old Skype, and looking forward to chatting with you soon. And now that we know you know how to do Skype, we're going to have you back at least once or twice every 3 or 4 months. So good stuff, Heather. Thank you, and we will talk to you soon. Have yourself a wonderful day, my friend.
You too. Super Sunday to you.
Thank you much. Later. Heather Wagenhall's with us today. We're going to take a time out, and when we come back, we have a fantastic in-studio musician with us today, and we will talk to them. I'm building this up. I was listening to a little bit of the tuning or the sound check or whatever you call it. Fantastic. I think I've said fantastic enough for this Sunday. Check us out on RadioZenu.com each and every Sunday, 2 to 4 Central, 3 to 5 Eastern, and 12 to 2 Pacific. JiggyJaguar.net for our newsletter, our social sites, and you can donate to this program. You can also Skype us, JiggyJaguar, or give us a holla, 620-402-0878. We've got more when we get back here on the big broadcast.
Oh, well, the jig, the jig is a jag. Oh, well, the jig, the jig is a jag. Oh, well, the jig, the jig is a jag. Jig, jag, jag, jig.
It is the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar experience, coast to coast and border to border, all over the World Wide Web and on 50-plus stations across the U.S. and Canada. I want to talk to you about something that is fabulous. Folks, the weight doesn't lie. That's right, obesity is major in our towns today. Decipher the top-of-the-line insider secrets to curbing weight problems and learn to face the fat by using a collective and personal approach. Let's go ahead and grab this new book called The Obesity Reality. You won't be disappointed. You can look it up on Amazon.com. Again, the book is called The Obesity Reality. One more time, that's The Obesity Reality.
Returns live in support of La Gargola. Their new album in stores April 1st. April 15th, the Cotillion
world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio show is kicking ass and taking names. Each and every weekend, join us live at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern on JiggyJaguar.com. Or join us live on this station each week for the best of the best in adult film, art, music, and the best smack talk in the biz. Our ratings speak for themselves. The Jiggy Jaguar Radio Show on JiggyJaguar.com.
Dear friends, please take a moment to make a difference. They need our help. www.pathelpingpeoplefoundationinc.com. That's PATHELPING peoplefoundationinc.com. They have to raise some money to continue their services and help to provide to those in need. $10. It may not seem like much to change someone's life today. It may not change the world, but it will help make a difference to change someone's world. Please make a pledge, friends, to help support this organization, as we so often do for other organizations, and please help. And please, friends, pass the word on to your Facebook, Twitter, Glide, YouTube, WhatsApp, Pinterest friends as well, in support of this organization. Thank you, and may God bless. That's www.pathelpingpeoplefoundationinc.com.
Live entertainment at the Cotillion Ballroom. Friday night, March 21st. This is Stony LaRue.
It's Friday. There's an Oklahoma breakdown. The show do got you.
This man of music is coming back to the Cotillion. Music with lust and danger.
And you can't run from love that's meant to be. So let it shine on everything.
Stony LaRue, Friday, March 21st.
Sharecropping in the fields of the weary.
Never miss a show. Visit our no-service fee box office. Buy online at thecotillion.com. Charge by phone 316-722-4201. Use our Facebook page. Use the Cotillion iPhone app, available now on iTunes. 50 plus years of musical fun. The Cotillion Ballroom.
Sharecropping in the fields of the weary.
Friday, March 21st, Stony LaRue.
They call him Jiggy. Jiggy Jaguar to be exact. The hottest internet radio show on the map. Hold on to your seats, it might get scary. Shout out to Big Ross and the homie Ninja Larry. It's a comical grab bag, you never know what you get. Everything from rappers, street fighters, and misfits. The show is not staged, man, it's as real as it gets. He's even had porn stars slashing tits and beers clips. All of this and more shit you might catch your moms on an episode of JiggyJaguar.com. JiggyJaguar.com. JiggyJaguar.com.
It's better to
www.jiggyjaguar.com.
It's better to bang around on the brand new equipment and do it live, as Bill O'Reilly says. We're doing it live, and F it. All right, we'll do it live. And it is the Jiggy Jaguar Experience, coast to coast, border to border, Sundays live, 2 to 4 Central, 3 to 5 Eastern, and 12 to 2 Pacific. 12 to 3 Pacific is the other one. Jiggy Jaguar on Skype, and we talked to Heather Wagenhals earlier, and I was just chatting with the PD, the boss over there at Radio Xenu on the old Twitter, Pip. And I said I think we may have to put an Amber Alert out for Israel. However, we found him. He's on the telephone. He's on assignment. He's in East Nicaragua doing something. Don't know what, but he's on assignment for Radio Xenu. He's somewhere doing something. And
I'm headed to Crimea.
You're headed to Russia. Well, okay.
Yeah, I got to talk to Putin about his behavior, his conduct.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, we have...
I'm going as a Negro ambassador.
You're going to go as a Negro ambassador. Okay.
Yeah, the Crimea.
Well, that'll work. Now, we've got in studio a great musician. I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself. And I don't know, is your friend that with you part of the group, or is she Or is she the manager? Is she security? Is she some random perv magnet? Which is it, my friend? Go jump in there.
This is my girlfriend, Stacy.
Ah, she's the girlfriend. Of course, you're a fabulous musician with great guitar, and I believe that's ukulele.
Yeah.
Okay, of course you would have a hot girlfriend. See, all those internet memes, Israel.
I don't deserve her.
They're
She's out of my league.
they all work out. Now, tell me a little bit about how you got started doing this music thing, man.
I started out playing drums when I was 11, and I was playing just with my brother. He plays guitar, and we were playing like metal, like Metallica and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't really listen to that type of music. I listened to like lighter, more like melodic music, and I just decided that I wanted to try to learn how to play some songs.
You might have to pick that mic up off that mic stand, brother, and hold that a little closer to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we are.
Did you hear anything that I said?
I heard a little bit of it.
Okay. Well, I started out.
I heard something about masturbation. What is that?
Yeah. That's my biggest inspiration.
That's my biggest inspiration.
I started out.
It just comes to you.
God. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I played drums, and then I started playing acoustic guitar when I was probably 14, and I just went from there. I got a MySpace and just started putting up songs, record everything in the basement. So. Yeah.
Well, Israel, you can't see our guests since you're on the phone. This is the strangest thing. Trying to do a radio show with video, and we've got an in studio guest. No better way to test the equipment than right now. Test all the brand new equipment. Israel, you got any questions? Got any questions for our guy?
Of course. I got plenty of questions. Who's your favorite rapper?
I don't know. I don't know. I actually I found this guy on YouTube a while ago. It was Immortal Technique.
Oh, yeah. Immortal Technique is crazy.
Dude, I like his stuff because it's really like it's actually like poetry and it's meaningful.
He said something to the lines we should ejaculate in my notebook to get back to my words. I was like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Well, since you don't have a favorite rapper, I just decided that I'll volunteer and I'll be your favorite rapper. So from now on, you just tell everybody that your favorite rapper is Israel.
You should do a freestyle.
Huh?
You should do a freestyle.
Freestyle? Let's see. I'm chilling at the crib. It's Selection Sunday. I'm going to go sell some midgets heroin on Monday. No, I don't really sell midgets heroin. Only crack.
Only crack. Only the good stuff. That's right.
Well, I mean, after that, I think you really are my favorite rapper.
See? It all works. It all works.
I mean, I'm pretty much my favorite rapper.
Well, you should be. I mean, I think that stuff should be on the radio instead of the stuff that's actually on the radio.
That's right.
I know. Sometimes you just feel a little better when you hear music about murder. I do. You know?
I do.
That's all. I mean, it's just natural selection. Some people just should die, and other people should die more than others.
I completely agree. I've thought about that for years, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, because every time I'm in McDonald's and they're taking forever to get my order, I really feel like the person taking my order should just die.
It's like, come on, your job's not hard.
Yeah, I mean...
I haven't been to McDonald's in a long time, but every single time I went, they never got my order right, so...
Yeah, you shouldn't go to McDonald's because they're sponsored by the Illuminati.
They're sponsored by the Illuminati.
Everybody's sponsored by the Illuminati.
I was, but I'm actually not yet, because I've been trying to get sponsored by them. And Illuminati, if you're listening, I could really use a record deal. So
yeah, they can cast some demons into your masters.
Hey, whatever, as long as they pay me.
As long as they pay you, you don't care.
As long as I get the writer's credit. I don't want no Illuminati demons stealing my writer's credit. Other than that, I'm pretty much open.
Well, tell us about some of the. I noticed that you do the ukulele. You also do the guitar. What other instruments do you play?
I play anything that I want to have in my songs, like piano. Obviously, I said I play the drums, so I do all the percussion and everything. And everything else is like synthesizer, so it's just playing on the keyboard. And yeah.
Do you like? Can you read music, or you just play from the heart?
I can read music, but not very well. Like I would have to sit there and figure it out, and it would take forever. But I know how to read it.
Well, I just got a new Akai MPC Studio, which is a sampler. So now I can just steal everybody else's music. I don't have to make my own.
Yeah.
And,
well, that would be great.
So I walk into the Guitar Center, and I got my glasses on. These glasses, I call my producer glasses because they're like my off-brand Ray-Bans. And I'm like, look, I got a studio session booked. I got bitches on the way to the studio. I need one piece of equipment that's going to turn me into Dr. Dre tonight. Where's it at? And that's what he gave me. So, yeah. So now I'm pretty much a star. I don't know if you guys knew that, but yeah, it's official now.
It's official.
I mean, with computers, anybody can be a star. So.
With computers, anyone can be a star, there is.
Anybody could do music, but it still takes a certain level of charisma that only I have to be a star.
Oh, no, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying, doesn't take much these days.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt me either, because my 4 billion Twitter followers would be kind of upset with you.
Oh my God! Here we go.
And I wouldn't want that. Now,
no, I already told you you're my favorite rapper.
Huh?
I already told you you're my favorite rapper. I've only heard you freestyle once. I mean, that means.
See? That means the world to me. Now it's 4 billion and one, and that's what pretty much makes me the best rapper there is right now. I'm pretty much fucking great. I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, sometimes I just wake up in the morning and I ask myself, how fresh are you going to be today? And the answer is always the same, fresher than yesterday. And because that's really the only appropriate answer. And I'm pretty much like, I counted Jiggy, I calculated, and by my calculations, I'm 21.63% realer today than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
That's just since yesterday. So which pretty much puts me almost the realest of all time. Only person that I could think of as realer than me is Tupac, and that's because he got killed. I'm not ready to go that route yet.
Not ready to go down that route.
God.
Yeah, not yet. But I'm thinking about being a martyr.
Oh wow!
But I just haven't thought of a cause real enough. I was thinking about Bulgarian women, but I don't know any.
36 minutes after the hour, we track down Israel. He is on his way to Crimea to what was it you were saying? You were.
I'm an official Negro delegate.
The official Negro delegate
of the ghetto.
Of the ghetto.
And I'm gonna go talk to Putin, and I'm gonna tell him, like, look, there's some fine, Crimean bitches over here. You really want to blow this shit up? You got a fine pussy. You gonna kill all of them? Let me have some of them. I don't know if he knows, but on the twat market, Crimean pussy is like valuable.
Oh my God!
Yeah. It's like the Microsoft stock of the twat.
Oh my God! Now, while we've got, and I don't know how long we have Israel for. I'm hoping that we can have him for the rest of the show, but who knows? He might have to bolt out at some stage of the game. Who knows? But there's a Bay Area radio station. Have you heard about this? That is playing Nelly's "Hot in Here" over and over and over. Apparently, Latino Mix 105.7 can't get enough of Nelly's hit song "Hot in Here." The radio station started playing the song Friday afternoon and hasn't stopped. It quickly became a hot topic on Twitter with the hashtag Nelly10057. According to the reports, the stunt is to mark the end of the Latino Mix and the new launch of Hot 105.7. And StubHub sent out this tweet the other day that said, "Looks like at Latino Mix 105.7's playlist for the night is Nelly, followed by Nelly, and maybe some Nelly." Hashtag Nelly 1057.
Well, a lot of people, I got a lot of family from St. Louis where Nelly is from, and I was thinking about letting them open up for me one night. And,
wow.
I thought about it, but my schedule wouldn't allow that. And being that Nelly's song "Hot in Here" has such social relevance,
yes,
I could understand why they would play it that much. Like, you got to really understand what he's saying. It's so hot in here, take off all your clothes. What he really is talking about is the esoteric understanding of the climate of the world. It's hot. So take off your clothes. Take off this guise that you have on that's making you cool, because you know what I mean? It's making you hot. You want to cool off. We need to cool off on the planet.
Yes.
You guys got to understand it's deep. You know? I mean, some of my Illuminati friends broke it down for me. I didn't understand until then.
I love it.
Nelly's like the new Tupac. You guys just don't know.
Nelly's like the new Tupac.
Yeah, so kudos to him for them for trying to inform the world about, twerking and being hot in the club and taking your clothes off. I mean, there's nothing wrong with bitches taking their clothes off. So if you want to repeatedly send that message, as the black delegate of existence, then I approve of that message.
Okay.
And I don't know if you knew that. That's my new title, Jiggy. Supreme Negro Delegate of Existence. So that pretty much covers everything, anywhere, anytime.
Well, let's do this while we've still got Israel on the line. Why don't you play a song for us, my friend?
All right.
And then we'll let then we'll come back. We'll do a little wrap up here, and then we'll let Israel go so he can continue on his mission, and hopefully he will be back with us in the coming weeks. But go ahead and.
Well, you're gonna have to talk to Putin about that. And see what he thinks. I'm trying to talk to him. I was like, "Putin, baby, listen, you're causing trouble for my homeboy Barack. You're making him look bad. Stop it. My homie Barry doesn't like it.
My homie Barry doesn't like it.
Yeah. The homegirl Michelle Shell. That's what I call her. Michelle, I call her Shell. Shell called me. It was like, can you go to Criminy? We need you as a black, supreme delegate of existence to go talk to Pewdie and tell him, cut it out. So I was like, all right, well, let me see if I can, see what my schedule's like. So Pewdie had a couple of meetings. Russian time is different than Negro time. But we're going to get together, though. So let's play the song.
Okay, well, jump in there, my friend.
All right.
Do what you got to do here. If you're joining us here on the old Ustream, you can see him live. If not, we'll have it up on YouTube here a little bit later. And we've got Israel on the telephone, and this is a fabulous, fabulous musician. I know there's a lot of people that when we announced he was going to be on, they just were like, oh my God, I can't believe that you got him to be on the show. I don't know if that's because they can't believe that he would come to the show, or if they're I don't know what it is, but I'm going to let you take it away, my friend, so we'll just hang out, man.
Alright, hopefully this is in tune. That's close enough. Okay, this song's called There She Is, and it's going to be on my new album, so it's actually kind of old, but it's going to be on my new album.
The sun goes down because I lost my way and I am nowhere to be found. Wouldn't it be nice to care? And I close my eyes and there she is. There she is. About this place, I haven't been here for too long. Well, it's getting cold, I'm all alone. I think it's time to head home. I think that I'll just lay here until the sun goes down because I lost my way and I am nowhere to be found. Wouldn't it be nice to care? And I close my eyes and there she is. There she is. There she is.
Wow. And what did you think of that, Is?
Well, I just want to say I don't have any thumbprint anymore because I burnt it off holding my lighter. I know you couldn't see me, but I was holding my lighter the whole time. I like it. You know, I like all kind of music, but like, you know, I like songs like that. And it kind of surprises people because being, you know, from the ghetto like I am, most people would say it's not gangster to listen to those type of songs, but it's pretty dope, actually.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, man, I got kicked out of the church choir one time, man, because I couldn't sing, clap, and sway back and forth at the same time. That's a true story. So the fact that you can play the guitar and sing at the same time is amazing to me. I wish I could do it, because if I did, I would increase my white bitches by at least 3 or 4%. White bitches like guitars. I don't know if you knew that. It's in the Geneva Convention, though.
Yeah, I figured that out over the years.
Yeah.
Well,
when you point your guitar at him like it's a penis. But
oh my God!
only Prince gets away with it, though. Only Prince.
God.
I guess if you wear heels and you're a man, you can do what you want.
Well, Israel, we'll let you go for this week. Hopefully we see you in the next couple weeks. If not, we'll pull you back in on the telephone or Skype or something next week.
Yeah, I apologize, man. Things just been kind of crazy. I mean, in a good way. We got Pierre out. His album's coming out. Me and Young C, we've been kind of working on that. And then TP, his album's kind of finishing up. And then, trying to just get those things done. I actually should be shooting a video. We were supposed to shoot it yesterday, and it started raining, so I got to get that back together. So just, trying to get some stuff going so I can continue to be everyone's favorite rapper ever.
Well, if you're not doing anything on Wednesday, I will be in Wichita, Kansas at Larry Bud's because Sean Story, a.k.a. Twinkie, from Victims of Spotlight, is going to be performing that night, doing an acoustic thing, and I'm going to ride down with him. So if you get a chance, Wednesday, we might hook up.
Okay, yeah, I should be back from Crimea by then.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. I'm looking forward to it. I'll talk to you soon, man. Thanks. It's Israel, and we found him. We don't have to issue the Amber Alert. We found the man. At 47 minutes after the hour, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to do some more chatting with our great guest in studio. We also might get his girlfriend's thoughts on his music. I hope it's an unbiased opinion. I'm not thinking so, but that's fine. And we are going to do that, as well as talk on the Skype. We have our next guest, who is going to be with us here in a few moments. His name is Sarantos, and we will talk to Sarantos here in a few moments here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience. Back in a few. April 27th, Wichita, Kansas. Get ready. The world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience is going to be broadcasting live as live can get at 101 North Rock Island in Wichita, Kansas. Get more information at jiggyjaguar.net. Also, kjagradio.com. We will be broadcasting live as live can get. Lots more details coming soon. A huge live broadcast of the Jiggy Jaguar Experience 427 in Rock Island in Wichita. Go shopping on us today. DealBuzz.com is giving you $25 in Walmart vouchers to buy whatever you'd like. So go to DealBuzz.com and claim your free shopping voucher today. That's DealBuzz.com.
If you have any complaints about me, this show, or anyone else on it, you could kiss my ass.
Paul did say that Jiggy did say something to the effect that all Vietnam veterans should fucking die. And that was anything somebody was making up. So, I mean, bottom line is, and the guy's off the wall. He has no business saying jack shit about any Vietnam veterans, you know. And quite frankly, you might be happy to have a few.
Love us, hate us, but you can't live without us at JiggyJaguar.com.
How many of you would like to make an extra $21,000 in the next 21 days? Call 678-318-1896 right now for all the details. How many of you would like to receive cash daily to your doorstep? Call 678-318-1896 right now for all the details. What if you had a turnkey system that did all the sorting, sifting, and selling for you? Call 678-318-1896 right now for all the details.
Did you ever see a fashion item or gadget in a movie or TV show you wanted to buy? Plotify is the platform for clothes and gadgets in movies and TV shows you love and want to buy. Check it out at Plotify.com, the platform for clothes and gadgets in movies and TV shows. Plotify.com.
Live entertainment at the Cotillion Ballroom, Thursday, April 3rd. Royal Southern Brotherhood.
They can keep on running, but the soul can't hide.
Royal Southern Brotherhood, Thursday, April 3rd.
I've gotta keep rocking. I just can't stop.
Southern Blues Rock Royalty. Legendary Cyril Neville, Devin Allman, blues guitar ace Mike Cito. It's Royal Southern Brotherhood.
Night till the break of day.
One night only, Thursday, April 3rd at the Cotillion. Royal Southern Brotherhood.
I can hear church bells.
Never miss a show. Visit our no-service V-Box office. Buy online, thecotillion.com. Charge by phone, 316-722-4201. Use our Facebook page. Try that Cotillion iPhone app available on iTunes. 50-plus years of rockin' the blues. The Cotillion Ballroom. Thursday, April 3rd, Royal Southern Brotherhood.
Thanks for listening to the Jiggy Jaguar Experience. Follow comedian James Davis on Twitter at comedian James D.
We gotta get that fixed.
Jiggy Jaguar at JIGGYJAGUR. Join us next week here on the network.
We've got to get these imaging things updated. It is the Jiggy Jaguar Experience, 2:52 Central Standard Time currently, 3:52 Eastern, and 12:52 Pacific. Thanks for joining us today here on the big broadcast. Newsletter, social sites, you can donate to the process. Available at jiggyjaguar.net. You can find us on Skype at Jiggy Jaguar, JIGGY, JAGUAR. Also, you can give us a holla, 620-402-0878. And we are live as live can get on such great radio stations as K-Rock's Radio in Casper, Wyoming. Our good friends in WDSP 1019? I hope it's 1019. I'm giving people all sorts of directions to go places that doesn't exist. 1019 Fox FM up there in South Carolina. Our good friends at TalkSuperstation.com. And, of course, KFRK in Denver, Colorado. SRN, the Spirit of South York at 148.ca in Canada. And, of course, K-Rock's Radio, as I mentioned, 92.3 FM and AM 1670 in Casper, Wyoming. And Radio Xenu, coast to coast and worldwide on Radio Xenu. If you cannot hear us in your local market, or you can't hear us on the radio anywhere, you need to go to radioxenu.com. That is the internet provider. K-Rock's Radio's got some stuff too, but they've got AM/FM stations. We don't want to take away from the AM/FM listeners there. Now, I'm, of course, Jigman Freud. Let's see, I got to find a good nickname. What is one? Look at my list. I guess I could. I don't want to use the one that I always use, so we'll just do this. The Joe Dirt of the local industry. I don't know what that means, but someone called us that one time, so that's what we are, I guess. We're going to be chatting with Sarantos here in a few moments. During the break, our in-studio guest, here was just picking away on his instruments, and it sounded so cool. So feel free to do that throughout the show if you want. Do it as background music. I don't care. And we are going to pull up Sarantos here. I believe Sarantos is joining us. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. We are testing out brand new equipment this week, so I am trying to make sure that we tested our phones earlier, and we tested our video Skype earlier, and now we're testing our audio Skype to see if this actually works. Sarantos, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good, actually. We talked with you a couple weeks ago for our homegrown half-hour program, and we wanted to get you on today here on the Sunday radio show to chitty-chat back and forth about what you've been up to lately and some of the music that's been going on. Tell us about what you've been up to lately, my friend.
Just focusing on releasing, just released another video last week, and it's gotten some pretty good, some actually good reviews and good comments on YouTube and social media. So that's probably the main thing I was working on this last week.
Now, you've got some amazing music out there. Nothing to Hide is doing very, very well on Reverb Nation and some of these other rock and pop charts that are out there on the internet that you get wrapped up in. Nothing to Hide is just amazing. Tell us about the feedback you've been getting from the fans on this incredible track.
Well, I think most of the feedback's been very positive from fans and media members, and it's kind of a soft rock song that people, I think, interpret a bunch of different ways, but the charity associated with it is very happy with the feedback, and everybody's kind of chugging along, I guess.
Yeah. Sarantos with us today here on the program, coast to coast and border to border. He is doing all sorts of incredible things with the music, and we'd like to have him on every once in a while to give folks updates on what he's been up to. And I know that you've been putting together this music video. You mentioned that earlier. Tell us about that. What's going on there?
Well, the video that was just released is for the new song released this month called Back and Forth.
Yeah.
It's very different than the first two videos because it's actually very, I guess the word is funny. Basically, it's about me and a bike, and I'm kind of going back and forth about, I go to someone's house to apparently buy a used car, and then I see this very old, not very attractive bike in the garage, and I kind of fall in love with it. So I'm going back and forth between am I going to purchase the old car or the used car or the bike. And at the end, I kind of steal the bike and run away. So it's a very humorous content.
Okay.
It's very different than the first two videos. So it's gotten some pretty good laughs.
It sounds like it. We've got Sarantos with us today. Back and Forth is the latest piece of business. I apologize for just getting to you. We had Heather Wagenhals earlier, and we were trying to find my co-host Israel. We finally found him, and once we found him, we couldn't get him to shut up. It's fantastic. I'm glad we had him on, but he kind of cut into your time your time a little bit, so I apologize for that. But you've been doing some cool stuff here. What was the inspiration to putting this music video together that you've got out there?
The inspiration for Back and Forth, it's a slow, mellow pop song about someone who's going back and forth. And I think as people, everyone's indecisive at some point in their life, whether it's about a relationship, whether it's about your parents, what you're going to eat. Everyone can kind of relate to this human emotion. So I thought I would write, not every song needs to be about love or you're happy, you're sad. I thought I'd do something kind of a little different. And then when I was thinking about the video, I already did a soft ballad, slow ballad that was a little bit bussy, and I did a more upbeat than Nothing to Hide video, and I thought, this would be kind of cool to kind of throw people for a loop and do something completely different. And people that kind of follow me on Facebook and Twitter, I think they realize by now that I'm very sarcastic and playful, so I thought it'd be a nice way to let people know that there's a little more to me than just, And the other thing I think it's important is a lot of musicians that are just run by labels, they have a very safe way of doing things. They don't really ever reveal their true personality.
Yep.
Exactly what I'm about. I don't want them to think that anything I do is fake or rehearsed. It's just genuine. I'm not lying. I'm saying what I want to say. I'm acting the way I want to act. And I think the videos no one wants to see, most videos out there are pretty boring and bland, to be honest with you. It just shows the singer kind of singing. It's all about making them look good. But I don't mind poking fun and making me look not as good at this.
It's Sarantos with us today here on the program. We're actually going to play Back and Forth here in a few moments. I know you've got to get going because you've got some things you've got to do, but I definitely want to have you back. I would say probably in about 2 weeks or so. We have a little bit more time, plus the video will be out by then, and we can chat a little bit more. So thanks for being with us today. We're going to play Back and Forth, and have yourself a good Sunday, Sarantos. Appreciate it, sir.
All right, James, no problem.
Thanks, man. We'll talk soon.
Okay, bye.
Here it is. It's Back and Forth. We're going to play this incredible track. When we come, we're going to take the break after Back and Forth. Then we're going to come back, chat with Ryan from the Cotillion. Then we're going to chat with our in-studio guest here on the Big Broadcast.
Lately, I hear the melodies of sorrow as the story unfolds. As the darkness draws near, my heart starts feeling sorrow, and it cries out in fear. The night surrounds me, its emptiness divides me. As I look for the answers, I try hard to find questions, but
especially tonight. So back and forth I go.
You're listening to the Jiggy Jaguar Experience with Jigman Freud.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
If you're dealing with the problem of erectile dysfunction, you're not alone. It's not your fault, the desire is there, but you just need a little extra help. It's a common problem with a very easy solution. And that solution can be found by visiting medcurepharma.com. You know the cost of Viagra, Cialis, and other ED drugs can get very expensive. At medcurepharma.com, you can get any ED drug you need safely and at a great price. For example, medcurepharma.com offers Viagra for just 87 cents a pill. MedCurePharma.com has similar savings on Cialis and Levitra too. MedCurePharma.com is confident that all of their products meet the highest safety standards, and that's 100% guaranteed. Your purchase with MedCurePharma.com is easy and always confidential. The medications come directly to you, so order online at MedCurePharma.com or call them directly toll-free 1-877-446-1474. MedCurePharma.com.
Jiggy Jaguar.
Hennessy, Grey Goose, Lortan, Percocet, everybody jacking that. Hennessy, Grey Goose, Lortan, Percocet, I'm cheese, jazz, everybody
www.jiggyjaguar.com.
watching Jiggy Jag TV.
Jiggy Jaguar.
Hey, Bruce.
Talk my shit. Hey, get close to my shit and you pop this one, and I'll see you. I'm gonna kill you.
Jiggy Jaguar.
Spark Local is all about promoting local business, startups, talent, and nonprofits. See, we don't let your ads sit around and gather dust. We promote you. www.sparklocal.com and on Twitter at SparkLocal.
How many of you would like to make an extra $21,000 in the next 21 days? Call 678-318-1896 right now for all the details. How many of you would like to receive cash daily to your doorstep? Call 678-318-1896 right now for all the details. What if you had a turnkey system that did all the sorting, sifting, and selling for you? Call 678-318-1896 right now for all the details.
This is Chris Markowski, your watchdog on Wall Street, and this is your watchdog on Wall Street Money Minute. Well, I'm trying to figure this out. The White House is not going to say whether anybody's going to have to pay any Obamacare penalties in 2014. It looks as if with this mandate suspension that, could it be true? Did Obama suspend Obamacare? Anybody who has had their insurance canceled is not going to have to pay any penalty, and they're going to have some sort of special magical insurance for them. Guys, I know it's very, very confusing. It's kind of like watching one of those, those foreign films there. I mean, I never understood the whole La Dolce Vita thing and, those, Italian and French movies. This is way worse than that. You try to tell me what's going to happen next. WatchdogOnWallStreet.com.
You're listening to the Jiggy Jaguar Experience with Jigman Freud.
Well. Just a kind of a cool little deal. Christopher Markowski with the Watchdog on Wall Street Money Minute. And we play that each and every Monday through Friday on our regular daily radio program, the Jiggy Jaguar radio program. 8 minutes after the hour, we're trying to find Ryan from the Cotillion. I believe he is doing much like everyone else is doing in central Kansas. Ryan is watching Selection Sunday. He is feverishly hoping the Wichita State Shockers, much like everyone else, is hoping they get to be a number 1 seed. I think just because the NCAA are a bunch of dicks, they're going to make them an 8th seed or a 16th seed, and they're going to make them go through every single tough team in the country. And if they get beat once, then all the ESPN guys can go, well, you know, they're not as good as everyone thought they were. Well, of course they're not, you morons. So we've got some we've got a very talented musician with us today here in studio. We'll talk to him here a little bit later, and we were waiting on Ryan to give us a call. I'm gonna give him a little bit of time. If he can't seem to pull this off, then I guess we'll move on to the next segment, and we'll get our. I'm hoping you play the ukulele for this next this next thing that we got going through. Speaking of ukuleles, kids, next Sunday, actually not next Sunday, next Saturday. I need to get my dates right. That's all. This whole thing with. All the comedians getting called out on Twitter and all that. This whole day is just my entire day has just been thrown into a mix here. But next Friday, March 21st, 7 o'clock at Hutch Vapor here in Hutchinson, Kansas, 2420 North Main Street. We're going to be having Concerts for a Cause. The event is going to be benefiting Sterling Autism Awareness. We're helping this organization as they are folks determined to bring autism awareness to our community and surrounding communities. And Jet Fox Promotions, along with Concerts for a Cause, concertsforthecause.com, are going to be combining forces for a giant event to help raise awareness and help out the folks with Sterling Autism Awareness. The event will be fantastic. A night of live music, and donations will be going toward the incredible organization Sterling Autism. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/sterling.autism.awareness. And Hutch Vapor is one of the newest and coolest spots to hear live entertainment in Hutchinson, Kansas. The event is going to be all acoustic. It's a great night of entertainment to benefit the kind folks at Sterling Autism. Sean Story is going to be playing. Krista Lundamero is going to be playing. Bob Colliday and his ukulele will be there. And Burgess Martin, along with a couple special guests. All donations will be open donation. Give as much as you want. It is next Friday, Concerts for a Cause, March 21st at Hutch Vapor. And then the next day, we're going to do it again, only this time we're going to be, as Jet Fox likes to say, throwing the hammer down. Day number 2 is going to be at the Double Barrel Grill. That's 2803 North Lorraine here in Hutchinson. The event is benefiting, once again, the folks at Sterling Autism. And bands for this incredible show, there is going to be just fantastic bands to be on this bill. Inflection is going to be there. Also, we're going to be seeing the Death Scene, the Joy Coughs from Wichita, Kansas, Victims of Spotlight from here in Hutch, and I believe a couple other special guests. So check it out next week. Student discount. If you got a student ID, it's $4. General admission is $6. All proceeds going to benefit Sterling Autism Awareness Group, and that's Concerts for a Cause. Next weekend, a big autism awareness weekend. And I will be on the CW tonight at 6:30. We taped it on Friday, but myself and Sean Story will be on the Kansas CW Cable Channel 5 tonight at 6:30 to promote Concerts for a Cause. And one thing that we did while we were on there is I had to educate the folks at KWCH on how to set up an acoustic performance. I had to teach these folks. The guy with the cable access education had to go down and teach the KWCH crew how to set up an acoustic performance for a weekend show. So now that this has happened, there's going to be every moron in the city of Salina, Kansas is going to go down there and try to get on so they can play acoustic on the weekend crew. So that is pretty much what's coming. We are waiting on Ryan to give us a call. I might try to call. Actually, I'm not going to try to call him again because it's Selection Sunday and we all know what he's doing, much like everyone else is doing. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but we are going to do this. We're going to take another time out here. When we come back, we're going to have our some ukulele music, which, by the way, I absolutely love ukuleles. Bob Colliday from here in town does the ukulele thing, and he's going to be at Cousins for a Cause next weekend. Fantastic. Or as they've put him on the poster, is Bob Eulalie. I don't know why they've called him that, but I guess that's his new gimmick if we're going to use wrestling terms. So we're going to take a time out. When we come back, we will chat, and we'll play some ukulele music. I won't do it because I'm not a musician. I have no clue how to really... I can barely talk into a microphone and barely do this job. So we're going to be back. We've got more here on the other side, here on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience. 14 minutes after the hour here on RadioZenu.com.
At DollarSeed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit DollarSeed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. DollarSeed.com. What could be healthier?
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio Loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
Have a bright future, do ya? So here's Jiggy Jaguar on the road. Hey, say something, Jiggy Jaguar. You are my man. I love it. Give me some love, dog.
Do you know who Daffy Duck is? Do you know what separates Daffy from other cartoon ducks? His pronounced lisp. He, like I, was born with it and didn't know he had a speech impediment. In school, his classmates would make fun of his condition by mimicking him right to his face. When Daffy got to high school, a real speech therapist showed him the mechanics of proper tongue position in his mouth, although it was kind of strange at first. In 2 weeks, Daffy was speaking like a normal cartoon duck and never lisped again in a social setting, although he did keep his lisp for business reasons when he was performing. Don't be Daffy Duck forever. Lose your lisp. This month, seek out Spider Guy only on Fiverr.com.
Do you know a student athlete hoping to earn a scholarship? Peak Prospect is the only complete online collegiate recruiting system that helps you manage the entire recruiting process. Take control of the recruiting process now. Peak Prospect offers step-by-step guidance with direct access to over 28,000 NCAA and NAIA coaches for over 30 men's and women's sports. Connect directly today by signing up for your free 21-day trial at www.peakprospect.com.
The Jiggy Jaguar Experience is brought to you by Final Frontier Radio. FinalFrontierRadio.com, the rock station.
Okay. You just never know what the hell's going to happen on this show. 17 minutes after the hour, it's RadioZenu.com, K-Rock's Radio in Casper, Wyoming, KFRK in Denver, Colorado. And we have our ukulele guy. By the way, how do we find you online? Israel, I thought, was going to ask you that earlier, but he was like, I'm so busy talking about how great I am. How do we find you on, is there a Facebook page, Twitter page?
Yeah, there's Facebook and Twitter. You can just search for Halfway Deserted in Google, and all that stuff will come up.
Okay.
There's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter.
Okay, well, I should have asked that when we did the first part of our interview earlier, but for whatever reason, Israel was too busy doing self promotion, which is fine. That's why he's here. But I just figured I would find out, because I know there's some people that have hit us up on Twitter and Facebook here that are like, how do we find Halfway Deserted?
It's Halfway Deserted, and everything, all the songs I'm playing today are also on iTunes, and bunch of other stuff like Verizon, Zune, all that stuff. So
That's cool. That's cool. Well, what do you have for us on the ukulele right now?
I have a song that's called My Star, and yeah, basically when I wrote it, I wanted to write, you know, like when you hear ukulele, it always sounds like super happy and like upbeat.
Yes.
I wanted to try to write a song that didn't sound like happy. Like I thought that, because I don't know, everything that you hear on ukulele sounds happy, so I wanted to try to write a more sad sounding thing with it.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just play it and you can see what you
Okay.
think about
Take it away, my friend.
You are a star up in the sky. I am a boy who wishes he could fly away, but with no wings, I'll stay earthbound. I'll take the days as they come and go. Remember all the times I said I love you, I need you right now. How does it feel to be the only star that's shining in my sky tonight? How does it feel to be so far away from me? I couldn't count the miles keeping me from holding you tonight, but it's alright, you're still my star. And if I had another chance, I promise I would never look back on those days, 'cause if I never knew your name, I would still be just the same. La da da da, la da da da, la da da, ooh. How does it feel to be the only star that's shining in my sky tonight? How does it feel to be so far away from me? I couldn't count the miles keeping me from holding you tonight, but it's alright, you're still my star.
That's awesome. Thanks.
That's fantastic. Now, how long you been doing the ukulele thing? How long you been playing that?
The ukulele, I got one. I just got this one for Christmas, but
Yeah.
I got one. I think I was like 17, so about 3 years ago. But that's actually the only song that I've ever written on ukulele. I don't really know that many chords.
So you're fast asleep, dreaming.
I tell you, I hate the internet. Trying to find things and it pops dumb shit up. Go. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, I actually
We're
don't
trying
really...
to find our video from, I'm hoping that we can find our video before tonight at 6:30 so I can tweet that damn thing out so we can promote this concert, but go. Didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, it's fine. Yeah, the first ukulele I got when I was like 17, and I wrote that song, and then I ended up selling it, just because I didn't really play it that much. And then I got this one, so I'll probably try to write more songs on it.
Well, that's cool. So, why did you get rid of your ukulele? What was the motivation behind that?
I didn't have any money, and I didn't have a job.
Ah, okay.
So,
I thought maybe you just were just like, yeah, screw this crap. I'm done with the ukulele. I'm going back to the guitar, baby.
Yeah, I gotta learn more chords on it though. But yeah.
Well, you know, that all works, man. So, what was the process to learn the song that you played for us a second ago?
I guess I just kind of did it the same way I did when I first started playing guitar. I just put my fingers on a random place and play and see if it sounds good, and then if it doesn't, I move it to another place, and then I just I basically just do it by ear, and I looked up some chords online to kind of figure out how to play what I was hearing in my head, but for the most part it was just by ear.
Okay. So, you basically were self-taught ukulele, essentially.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I watched, some videos on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
But, it's not too difficult to learn if you already play guitar. And it's a different tuning, but it's kind of the same concept.
So is it the same as like a guitar, or?
It's the same as a guitar is in the sense that it has frets and it has strings, but it only has 4 strings and they're tuned. They're not tuned the same way, so all the chords are different. But
yeah, the
actual technique of playing it is the same as guitar.
Wow. So the ukulele, you're starting to get that down. What's the next thing? Are you gonna try to Are you gonna try to be able to play every instrument possible, or what are you looking to do?
I mean, for my next album, I want to. I've used synthesizers ever since I first started playing, but for my next album, I want to try to everything to just be organic and recorded through a microphone. So I'll probably have to learn some new stuff. We have a pump organ. I don't even know how old it is. It's over 100 years old. And it's in our basement, and I'll probably use that. And we have a Fender Rhodes. Those are, the same thing because it's a keyboard, but the pump organ's really weird because you have to use your feet to it's kind of like an accordion in a way because it has billows in it. But yeah, it kind of gets boring if you don't try to learn new stuff.
Well, the guitar work that you did earlier, that was just fantastic. How do you compare your guitar work to your ukulele? Do you prefer playing the guitar more than you do the ukulele, or vice versa?
I think the ukulele has a different feel to it. So it's kind of, since I haven't played it as long, I can't really figure out what I want it to sound like, what it sounds like in my head, as much as I can on the guitar. But, I like the ukulele. It's kind of like, the songs that I write on it, I want it to be just the ukulele and my voice, not with too many, other parts or, drums and stuff, because I feel like it's more kind of quiet.
Well, it is great. It is that is something, because what is it? Ukulele's got 3 strings, guitar's got 4.
Ukulele has 4 strings, and it's weird because on a guitar, it goes from low to high, and on a ukulele, the lowest string is actually the highest string.
Okay, why is that?
I don't even know. But it's pretty weird. It's different to try to figure out how to do stuff on it.
Well, it is. It's a cool little instrument, and I know a lot of people are starting to get more into the ukulele for whatever reason or another. I know that there's a lot more people nowadays that are doing the uke thing, and they're branching out. And I know that, for instance, Sean Story, buddy of mine, he does the guitar and he also plays the mandolin. Have you ever thought about doing a mandolin? Because that's sort of in that family of musical instruments.
Yeah, I've messed around on a couple mandolins. I don't know the tuning of them or anything, but I think it'd be cool to use them for lead parts or just for an extra different sound.
That's cool.
But I don't have one.
Yeah. So what have you what have you been up to music wise? Are you getting ready to put out new music or anything of that nature?
Yeah, I have a new album that I just finished. I haven't released it yet, but I will be releasing it soon. It's going to be called Fair Maiden, Miss Hayden, and it'll be on iTunes and all those places, and yeah, it's got 13 songs. Some of them are older songs, but most of them are new. So
yeah,
it's kind of I don't really know how to describe it, but
yeah. Now, what was the writing process like to put the music together for this?
It was kind of scattered. A lot of the songs, like I said, some of them, there's a few of them that are old songs that I've already recorded, but
yeah,
a lot of the newer ones were written in. I use a program called Reason.
Yeah,
and it's all synthesizers pretty much. And
that's pretty cool.
They were just songs that I wrote when I was bored, and I just wrote them to be like instrumental songs. But I decided that, you know, if I want to put out a new album, I might as well just use these and put vocals on them. So it's kind of different because a lot of them have a lot more synthesizers than my old songs.
Well, that's really cool. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we're going to continue to chat with you. By the way, Halfway Deserted. Where did you come up with this? Because it's just, from what I can tell, it's just you.
Yeah.
There's not like a whole band. When I heard this, it's like, well, Halfway Deserted is going to come do the radio show. I'm like, oh, 4 dudes, and all of a sudden, this chick shows up with a guy in a ukulele, and I'm like, what?
I mean, I could have just used my name, but I figured if I had a name that was, you know, like a band name, people would probably, you know, be able to remember it better.
That's really cool, man.
My last name's really weird, and nobody knows how to say it anyway, so.
Okay. Well, let's do this. When we come back, we're going to chat a little bit more with Halfway Deserted, and you've got one more tune for us that we'll play towards the end of the program. But we're going to do this. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we've got more here on Radio Xenu.
You're listening to the Jiggy Jaguar Experience.
Live entertainment at the Cotillion Ballroom, Thursday, April 3rd. Royal Southern Brotherhood.
They can keep on running, but the soul can't hide.
Royal Southern Brotherhood, Thursday, April 3rd.
I've got to keep rocking. I just can't stop.
Southern Blues Rock Royalty. Legendary Cyril Neville. Devin Allman. Blues guitar ace Mike Cito. It's Royal Southern Brotherhood.
Till the break of day.
One night only. Thursday, April 3rd at the Cotillion. Royal Southern Brotherhood.
I can hear church bells.
Never miss a show. Visit our no-service fee box office. Buy online, thecotillion.com. Charge by phone, 316-722-4201. Use our Facebook page. Try that Cotillion iPhone app available on iTunes. 50-plus years of rockin' the blues. The Cotillion Ballroom. Thursday, April 3rd, Royal Southern Brotherhood.
Spark Local is all about promoting local business, startups, talent, and nonprofits. See, we don't let your ads sit around and gather dust. We promote you. www.sparklocal.com and on Twitter @SparkLocal.
Are you looking to start your own successful online business on 100% hands-off autopilot for only $9? That's right. For a one-time payment of only $9, you can get paid up to $600,000. Thousands of Americans have joined, and they're making tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they all started with just $9. Absolutely no experience is necessary. You are paid immediately and instantly. Join thousands of others and make up to $600,000. Sign up right now at www.goo.gl/SW capital F1AQ. Again, that's www.goo.gl/SW capital F1AQ.
Hello, my name is John Jack Jr., and I would like to present Jiggy Jaguar. Don't sweat it, don't sweat it. There's a lot of people to go around with them. Hey, do you want their autograph? Cool. Hey, hello, hey, sir.
Go shopping on us today. DealBuzz.com is giving you $25 in Walmart vouchers to buy whatever you'd like. So go to DealBuzz.com and claim your free shopping voucher today. That's DealBuzz.com.
How many of you would like to make an extra $21,000 in the next 21 days? Call 678-318-1896 right now for all the details. How many of you would like to receive cash daily to your doorstep? Call 678-318-1896 right now for all the details. What if you had a turnkey system that did all the sorting, sifting, and selling for you? Call 678-318-1896 right now for all the details.
Now back to the Jiggy Jaguar Experience, starring comedian James Davis.
You know what's so funny about this is we got some imaging changed. We need to get some imaging changed, but James Davis was the co-host of this show for 2 episodes, and then he disappeared. Israel has been the co-host of this show for a couple episodes. Disappears, reappears, disappears, reappears. I don't know what's going on here. It's like we have to put out all these alerts. At least with Israel, we know where he is. He's on his way to Russia. He's over there trying to convince Putin to do all sorts of things that... Thank God our AM/FM affiliates sometimes have dump buttons. You can just dump out. But, we want to thank everybody for joining us today here on the big program. 36 minutes after the hour, halfway deserted with us today in studio. I just think that concept is so cool. I am intrigued by the fact that you said that you have your last name that nobody can freaking pronounce. What is it, if you don't mind saying? So because I know there's going to be people that are going to tweet me. They're going to be like, "Well, I got to know his name now."
Well, it's Karali, but I mean, there's different ones that people say. A lot of people say Curly. Some people say Carolee. I can't remember the other one, but everyone, usually people say Curly.
Curly.
I'm not sure how you get that from the spelling.
From the spelling of Karali. Okay. Well, that's cool. Hey, I'll tell you, whatever you got to do to make it work, man. Halfway deserted is a heck of a deal. Now, you've been doing some stuff around the Wichita area, and how did you get hooked up with the Salem folks and Brainfuse Records and all that?
They sent me a message on Facebook, and it's still going on, actually.
Yeah.
We're doing a radio push with one of my songs that's on
That's
the new
cool.
album, and it's been played on a couple different stations, so
that's cool.
It's been cool, and they actually set up this interview, so
yes,
I want to say thanks to them for that.
Yes, when they got a hold of me and they were like, "Hey, we have Halfway Deserted and they're in Wichita," I'm like, "What? Wichita?" And they were like, "We could set up a Skype or a phone," and I'm like, "No, just have them come to Hutch." So I am so glad we were able to get you in here today and chat with you. And usually when we have in studio guests, we have all sorts of craziness. We have all sorts of people coming in and out of the freaking door here. We've got people calling on Skype. We've got all this stuff, and today it's been somewhat tame.
Yeah.
So it's nice to know that we were able to get you on and be able to actually talk to you today, except for the Israel thing earlier, but that's
that
fine.
was hilarious.
Oh, okay.
No, I really enjoyed that.
Okay, well, that's good stuff. 38 minutes after the hour. Tell me about social media. How are you using the social media presence, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all these things, to kind of help push your music and market your music?
Well, I use Facebook primarily. it's tied to my Twitter, so anything I post on there goes to my Twitter. And
that's cool.
I post videos on YouTube. People message me and ask for tutorials of how to play songs and stuff. So
oh wow, that's pretty cool.
I put those on YouTube, and then
that's really cool.
I put the link on my Facebook so people can watch it and stuff.
Wow.
And, yeah, I post about like the new album that I'm gonna put out. I'll post when I release it and stuff.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
and
heck, that's pretty cool that you're getting people to have you want to show them how to do things. That is pretty. That's a cool little deal. There's not a lot of musicians that get asked, "Hey, can you teach me how to play this?"
It's weird. It's kind of weird, but it's really cool.
That is really neat, man. Now, Halfway Deserted joining us today here on the program. Our good friends at KFRK in Denver, Colorado today, K-Rock's Radio, as well as SRN, the Spirit of South York at 148.ca, and 50-plus stations across the U.S. and Canada. And, of course, 40 minutes after the hour. We're going to be Halfway Deserted's got one more song he's going to play for us here towards the end of the program. We have not heard from Ryan from the Cotillion. I don't know what happened to him. I think he's watching Selection Sunday like everybody else in Kansas. Being in Wichita, what do you think of this Wichita State thing with them being undefeated and all that?
I think it's crazy. I mean, I've watched a lot of the games, and I don't really watch sports, but
yeah,
it's cool that, you know, the team that's from Wichita is actually doing this well.
Yeah.
I mean, breaking records and stuff. So.
It is a hell of a deal. It is a heck of a deal, and you're getting it going with music and everything now. Have you played a lot around? Is it just Wichita area, or have you done some regional stuff? Or
it's mostly just been Wichita.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played as many shows lately, but I was playing more shows a couple years ago. But I just kind of started getting back into it. If somebody asks me, hey, do you want to play this night or whatever, then
yeah,
I decided I'm just gonna do it. So.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. Well, Halfway Deserted with us today. What's been some of the reaction to the folks on social media when they're when they, you know, we mentioned the YouTube thing earlier, but what are you getting reaction on Facebook and Twitter and things?
Well, back in the days of MySpace, I had
that's really cool that you were
a lot more people that I talked to and stuff, and they always thought it was really cool because I answer every message or comment or whatever, and a lot of musicians don't answer anything. So
yeah.
Now that I've moved on to Facebook, there's a lot of people that came over from the MySpace, and I still talk to them, and they're all really cool. So.
Well, I'll tell you, it's good to see that you were able to kind of get. Did you manage to get some people from MySpace to follow you over to Facebook, or was that just not going to happen?
I got some people, but for the most part, it was kind of just had to start over.
Yeah.
Which was a big thing for me because I had a lot of people on MySpace, but it's slowly growing. So
yeah. Well, you've got some really cool stuff out there, really good music, and just fantastic. Now, when's this new album going to be out?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Probably the beginning of April, I'd
yeah.
say. Yeah, because it's going to take a couple weeks to get it distributed to all the different people like iTunes and stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, are you going with the traditional CD route, or are you trying to?
Everything that I've done up to this point has just been like digital distribution, like MP3s.
That's cool.
I think it would be cool to have some physical copies, especially since I'm starting to play more shows, but
yeah,
everything's just been iTunes and online.
Well, that's cool. Well, at some stage of the game, and it probably won't be today because who knows where the hell he is at this stage of the game too, but I have a digital marketing guy who has come up with he found a cool little deal the other day. They're called, and I don't know what the hell these things are called besides NFC cards, and apparently they're like little stickers that have a chip in them, and you can wear them like a sticker, but if you hold your phone over the top of them, it'll let you download the album or something to your phone. Yeah. So I don't know if you've ever heard about those or anything, but I just find that it's the strangest thing I've ever seen. But he says, "Oh, it's going to be the next big deal." So
yeah, that makes sense.
I know that there's these QR codes and all this other stuff out there, but we're going to do this 45 minutes after the hour. We're going to take our final break, and when we come back, we're going to have Halfway Deserted play his final tune for us today and wrap it up with him here on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Show.
Jiggy Jaguar Experience. Here is Jiggy Jaguar.
You're listening
to Jiggy Jaguar,
another member of Shoutclone.com. Now, live from Hutchinson, Kansas.
The Jiggy Jaguar Experience. Here is Jiggy Jaguar.
You're listening
to the Jiggy Jaguar Experience. Here is...
If you have any...
go. With that. Maybe. There we are.
Now back to the Jiggy Jaguar Experience, starring comedian James Davis.
Yes, unfortunately. It is the Jiggy Jaguar Experience, Sundays live, 2 to 4 Central, 3 to 5 Eastern, 12 to 2 Pacific, 24/7 at jiggyjaguar.net. I'm Jigman Freud, the rat out from under his roach motel. That's another one that they've said. I don't know what that means either. Next week, we are going to be broadcasting live as live can get here on Radio Xenu, as well as our 50-plus stations across the U.S. and Canada. Quick little programming note here, kids. We are going to be broadcasting live, and I'm saying live as live can get at the speed of live, all that nonsense. April 27th at Rock Island Live in Wichita, Kansas. If you are an unsigned musician, an indie musician, any type of musician, if you have a guitar, a ukulele, a mixtape, I don't care what it is, come down to Rock Island Live between 2 p.m. Central and 5 p.m. Central and be on the show with us. This is an open call to any single musician in Wichita, and that goes to Halfway Deserted too. If you want to come down, bring the ukulele and come on down, homie. We've got someone who's going to be, during the commercial breaks, we're going to have somebody mixing. We're going to be having like one of these DJ guys. They're going to be down there. We're going to have musicians. Ryan from the Cotillion has promised me that he will come down and be live. We may be giving out some tickets to some Cotillion events as just something special to do while we're there. It's going to be fun, so be sure to come out in April. As a part of that weekend, I will be broadcasting live from the Libertarian Convention, the Kansas Convention, at the Holiday Inn on the 26th. And also, the 25th and 26th. And then April 26th, that night, we're going to be having our huge first ever Concerts for a Cause in Wichita at Rock Island Live. It's going to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They have nicknamed it Concert for a Wish. There's going to be all sorts of t-shirts available, all sorts of cool things. It's an all-day rock festival at Rock Island Live starting at noon to be headlined by Victims of Spotlight, who you just heard from here in Hutchinson, Kansas. Sean Story, Tom Smalling, Colton, and Jeff. I always think that there's more guys in Victims of Spotlight. I don't know why. I get it confused with their old band, Beneath the Burning Sun, where there was like 60,000 members. It was like the new Menudo. And we've got some a great guest with us today here on the broadcast, and Halfway Deserted back with us. Sir, thanks for hanging out for the entire broadcast. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
This has definitely been fun. We're getting, what is this? We're getting all sorts of odd people giving us things on Skype. So 52 minutes after the hour, we've got one more song from you. Tell me about this song that you're going to play for us.
This song is called Coming to a Close, and it's kind of about, she moved here from New Jersey, and it's kind of about how your life changes when, when you have a new relationship, or just when your life changes, I guess.
Okay.
So, that's kind of what it's about.
It is Halfway Deserted. He's joining us today. I just think that is so cool that you've got a band name, but it's just one guy. I just think that is the coolest thing. Because there is so many, and there's a lot of times where we have like the bands that have the name, and it seems like it's one person, and then 50 dudes show up.
Yeah.
So it's good to have the reversal of this whole thing, and at least your name actually has meaning to it, because there are so many bands that I've talked to. Like one I talked to one time that was Their band name was Free Beer on Stage, and so they would go to these bars, and they'd have some guy come out and he'd be like, "I want everybody to come to the stage. We got free beer on stage," and all these people would rush to the stage, and then these 4 dudes would come out, and everyone would be angry.
Seems like that would just piss people off.
That's right. It's just, it's the strangest thing in the world. It is the strangest thing in the world. Let's do this. Why don't we go ahead and have you get going with this song here, so we don't run out of time. Okay. But go ahead and take it away. What is this called? The
song is called "Coming to a Close."
Okay. Take it away, my friend.
Everything I do begins with you. When the sun floats up and the morning dew is frozen there on the side of the road, and I'm still on my way from way back there. How the time has passed, I'm not looking back from here. Falling past me, all I see is everything just falling to the ground. Oh. And if you're listening, try to hold on. Everything is coming to a close. And if the air's not thin enough for you, we can launch ourselves into outer space and spend the night above all of the waves. Your atmosphere is not cold enough to kill. When you're in love, you've got time to waste. Falling past me, all I see is everything just falling to the ground. And then if you're listening, try to hold on. Everything is coming to a close. And this distance must be dying to fade away someday. I won't bid you farewell until I'm lying in my grave. Falling past me, all I see is everything just falling to the ground. And if you're listening, try to hold on. Everything is coming to a close. Or is it just the beginning?
Awesome. That's a good song, man. We're gonna do this. It is halfway deserted with us today. I want to thank him for being with us, and
Thank you.
fantastic time. Come back anytime, my friend.
This was probably the most fun I've had in an interview. So.
Okay, well that's good. That's what we try to do here. Anytime you want to come back, let me know, and I will make it happen. So.
All right.
Sorry you got lost earlier. That damn GPS. It's claimed another victim, kids.
Didn't take that long to find out where it was. So.
They arrived early. Your head of security made sure you arrived early, so
Right.
we got it going. But fantastic, and looking forward to next week. On this program next week, we're going to have Michael Murphy is going to join us. He is a political guy. He's written he's written a couple books. He's going to be with us in studio for the whole show. So hopefully we will be able to get some cool stuff out of him. I don't think he knows how to play any instruments. We might have my good friend Kevin Sig with us as well. So that'll be fun as usual. We are going to take a time out, and we will see you next week here on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Show. And Radio Xenu, we want to thank those folks as well. Talk to you next week here on the big program. There it is.